Problem is again an electronic company is engaged in the production of two components and that are used in radio sets. Each unit of C1 costs the company rupees 5 in wages and rupees 5 in material, while each of C2 costs the company rupees 25 in wages and 15 in material. The company sells both the products on one period credit terms, but the company's labor and material expenses must be paid in cash. The selling price of C1 is 30 per unit and of C2 is 70 per unit. Because of the company's strong monopoly in these components, it is assumed that the company can sell at the prevailing prices as many units as it produces. The company's production capacity is, however, limited by two considerations. First, at the beginning of the period 1, the company has an initial balance of rupees 4,000 rupees, cash plus bank credit plus collection from past credit sales. Second, the company has in each period 2,000 hours of machine time and 1,400 hours of assembly time. The production of each C1 requires 3 hours of machine time and 2 hours of assembly time, whereas the production of each of C2 requires 2 hours of machine time and 3 hours of assembly time. Formulate this problem as an LP model so as to maximize the total profit to the company. So this is the problem. Just read out the problem. It is not so difficult. Just we have to just arrange it in order and need to understand. So what is that we have to calculate? We have to calculate the profit of two products which the company is producing, C1 and C2. We need to calculate the profit. But the profit is not given. What is given? The selling price is given. We have been given the selling price. Also, we have been given the cost. Here the cost is also given. You see. So wages and in material. So these are the costs given. Now what we require is we need to calculate the profit and then we have to maximize, make it an LP model and just maximize it. So that is the content of the problem. Constraints are, there are two constraints we have cash constraints. How much? Only 4,000 rupees cash is available. And we have time constraint, 2,000 and 1,400 hours for which one? Assembly time and this is assembly time and also machine time. So this is the constraint which is being given. Just arrange it in a box or in a small table. We can easily calculate, we can easily formulate this particular problem. So we will just first take x1 and x2 as the number of units of C1 and C2 to be manufactured. Arbitrarily you just take it. So this is the problem. We just have C1 and we have C2. And total number to be manufactured is how much? X1 and X2. So this is the constraint, this is the variable part, and here it is availability. Now what is the selling price? Selling price is given. What is the selling price of C1? 30 per unit and here it is 70 per unit. You can just find out from the question itself. Selling price of 1 unit of C1 is 30 rupees and selling price of 1 unit of C2 is 70 rupees. Now we need to calculate the cost. Cost has two components. One is wages and another one is materials. Correct, no? So we have to calculate the wages as well as material. Wages and material. So what is the wage? 1 unit of C1 cost you how much? 5 rupees and 1 unit of material also 5 rupees. Correct, no? Here it is given 5 rupees in wages and 5 rupees in material. But here C2, 1 unit of C2 require 25 in wages and 15 in material. Correct, no? So this is 25 and this is 50. Agree with me? Now total cash availability is how much? 4,000. Why it is written here? Because it is already written. We already stated that cash should be for both. You have to pay cash, but the product is sold on a credit basis. So whatever is available within this 4,000 rupees, you have to manage the wage and material. So that is the most important the cash constraint. Now what is the now total cost? Total cost is this plus, correct, no? This and this is the total cost. 1 unit of C1, the cost will be 5 plus 5, because 1 unit wages will be 5 rupees and 1 unit material will be 5 rupees. So total cost will be how much? Here 10, 5 plus 5, and here it is 40. Agree with me? Now what is the profit? Profit can be calculated, right? How do you calculate the profit? Selling price minus cost. Correct, no? Selling price minus, correct, no? Agree? Correct, no? Selling price minus cost. So 30 minus 10 is the profit, because the total cost is 10 and selling price is 30. So how much is the profit? Selling price minus cost. That means 30 minus 10, that is equal to 20. Here 70 is the selling price for 1 unit of C2, and total cost for 1 unit of C2 is 40. We have calculated the cost wage per unit is 25 rupees and the material per unit is 15 rupees. So how much it is? 70 minus 40. How much it is? So this is the profit. Profit is calculated. Next we need to have 2 more constraints. What are the constraints? One is machine time and another one is assembly time. We don't have infinite time for machine as well as assembly. So we need to calculate these two: machine time and assembly time. So that also we'll just write it down. So machine time is, for C1, what is the machine time? For C1, machine time is 3 hours machine time and 2 hours of assembly time. For what? C1. Correct, no? So here it is 3 hours and then 2 hours. 1 unit of C1 require 3 units of machine time and 2 units of assembly time. And what about C2? C2 require C2 requires 2 hours of machine time and 3 hours of assembly time. Correct, no? So here it is 2 hours of machine time and 3 hours of assembly time. Agree with me? And what total available time also given. What is the available time? 2000 hours of machine time, 2000 hours of machine time, and then 1400 hours of 2000 hours of machine time and 1400 hours of assembly time. So all things are arranged in a neatly in a table. Neatly means whatever is drawn. Now you need to maximize the LB model. Why? Because we have a profit and we need to maximize the profit. So objective function, first objective function is what is objective function? Maximize profit. Z is equal to, what is the profit? Here 20 per unit. Total unit is x1. So it will be 20 into x1. Here what is the profit?
30
Profit is 30
into x1
and
x2.
total number of units is x2. So 40 per unit multiplied by x2. So this you need to maximize. Subjected to the constraints. Subjected to constraint. First is the wage constraint and material, money constraint. So the finance, the cost. How much it is? You understood? 10 into x1 plus 40 into x2 will be less than or equal to 4,000. What does it mean? Because 1 unit of x1 require 10 rupees. So total number of total number of C1 is equal to x1. Correct? No? Total number of C1 is x1. 1 unit require 10 rupees. So 10 into x1 is the total cost required to manufacture x1 unit of C1. And here we have C2. C2 we have x2 unit. 1 unit we require 40 rupees. So total will be 40 into x2. 10 x1 plus 40 x2 is less than or equal to 4,000. So why? Because it is already been stated that the company sells both the products on one period credit term, but company's labor and material expenses must be paid in cash, and we have only 4,000 rupees cash with us. You understood? So that is why this particular. Next constraint is machine time constraint. What is the machine time constraint? 1 unit of C1 require 3 rupees. So total, 3 hours. So 3 into x1 hours required to manufacture x1 unit of C1. And here we have 2 hours required to manufacture 1 unit of C2. So total number of unit is x2. So 2 into x2. And what are the total available time? 2000 hours. Next, third one is assembly. We have 2 hours required to manufacture 1 unit of C1. Total number of C1 is x1. So total time to manufacture all of C1 is, or x1 unit of C1 is 2x1. Now 3 hours required to manufacture 1 unit of C2. Total we have x2 units. So total time required to manufacture x2 units of C2 is 3 into x2. And what are the total time available? 1400. We cannot go beyond this. And finally, there is a non-negative constraint. x1, x2 should be more than or equal to 0. So this is the solution to that.